One of the common things that we hear farmers asking about in terms of crop nutrition is, is there some adjuvant that we can add to our fertiliser to improve the productivity or even get away from using fertilisers? We've done work through various organisations here at Longeron with students, looking at comparing different nutrient additives. And to be honest, some of their claims are far in excess of what we see in reality. With these products that come out, I'm not saying that all of them are of no value, but some may present value to growers. But I'd say to growers and advisors, the question you'll always need to ask is, where's the evidence for these products that you're promoting to me to use as a grower? What evidence do you have? Is it evidence based on good science? Does it come from trials that are randomised and replicated and repeatable? Or does it come from someone's opinion? Now, someone's opinion might be useful and you might value that, but you should be valuing the science behind the evaluation of these products. The future of progression in farming really relies on the application of good science to our farming systems. And good science is the basis that got us to where we are. Good science will help take us forward with the well-educated and innovative farming community that we have now. They can use the good science and put it into context on their own farms and really achieve some of the yield goals to get towards their water limited yield potential. So the question becomes, how do I know if that information is reliable? Well, there's two aspects to it. Firstly is who's providing it to you. What vested interest do they have in the provision of that? And secondly, has the information been collected and presented in a scientific way? And the key to look for in those graphs or tables is whether there's been statistical analysis and statistical differences presented. So that means on the bar graphs that they might present, there's a little tick mark at the top of the bar graph that you can use as an estimate to compare the difference between two means. Or on the table, is there a LSD, least significant difference, that allows you to compare two numbers? Those are the key aspects of looking for the science to support good practice. So for example, if we compared two products, product A and product B, and the yield of product A was 1 tonne per hectare and the yield using product B was 1.2 tonnes per hectare, if the LSD, the least significant difference, was 0.2 tonnes per hectare, which is the difference between those two, then there's no difference. Those two numbers, 1 and 1.2, are just varying by chance. However, if the yield of a third product was 1.5 tonnes per hectare, and that's more than that difference of 0.2, then we do have a real difference, a statistically significant difference, which based on that experiment comes up as being something you could expect to see. And that doesn't mean it will always occur, but in that particular experiment, you can be reasonably sure that it was due to the treatments and not just a random effect.